Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the dragon world. We have over 50 types of dragons, or is it 100? And we also have 1 billion treasures, or is it 1.3 billion?
What about How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World? I heard it's the final installment of the How to Train Your Dragon franchise.
I'll take that question. How to Train Your Dragon is one of the best DreamWorks franchises next to Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and Madagascar. It's very rare we officially have confirmations that a franchise is going to end. However, it is understandable since How to Train Your Dragon is based on the book series, and if there's a final chapter to these novels, so should the movies. It's like Gravity Falls or Over the Garden Wall. The creators had planned on when they started the series and when will they end. And of all the films this series that deserve a sequel, this is one of them. In fact, the last sequel was considered one of the best anime sequels like Kung Fu Panda 2 and Shrek 2. But can the third one capture the excitement like Dragon 2?
Do you believe it'll be just as good as Kung Fu Panda 3?
Well, I can say it'll be better than Shrek the Third. This is my thoughts on How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World. In this sequel, Hiccup achieved the impossible where Berk is now a utopian world where humans and dragons can coexist. But there's an evil dragon hunter that wants to kill Toothless and thwarts to destroy everything Hiccup built for his people and the dragons. The only solution to this issue is to find a mystical place called the Hidden World. In the meantime, Toothless comes across a life fury and Hiccup is trying his best to help him make a good impression. Like the last two films, it continues to focus on the relationship between Hiccup and the dragons. In fact, their bond continues to expand the world of Berk. Not just the new world building on the island of Berk itself, but also the concept on these new dragons we get to introduce. There's even an internal conflict on having humans and dragons existing in the same world together. And with that kind of issue, it does release a rip between the humans and the dragons. Even with Hiccup's Utopia, there are still some consequences with it, like less elbow room and dealing with Grimmel going after them and taking all the dragons.
Wow, that is some story.
I'll say, if there is one thing we should show a great debt of gratitude for this type of story, we would have to thank the characters. When it comes to the characters, some of them are more fleshed out and the others are actually more memorable than they were in the previous films. Hidden World is where Hiccup is more developed. He's going through the responsibilities on being the chief of Berk after his dad passed away, and we do get some backstories about his future and learning about the Hidden World. Toothless is also fleshed out. He wants to hang out with the Light Fury and be able to run and fly independently since both of them are the last Night Furies on Earth. And as previously stated, the heart between Hiccup and Toothless is still one of the strongest components in the How to Train Your Dragons movies. As for Hiccup's friends, there's nothing much on them. Even Astra doesn't offer anything new. She's still Hiccup's supportive friend, and there's this predictable side plot about playing a marriage between the two. The others like Aaron, Volca, and Gobbler are just there to be part of the series' conclusion. The only of Hiccup's friends that I remember having some points are the twins, and that's because they have some funny moments, and one of them acts like the voice of reason on Hiccup learning about marriage and love. And then there's the Light Fury, who actually has a personality like Toothless, where she's biased towards humans and only looking after herself. Finally, you have the villain, Grimmel, who is actually a cool-looking villain in the Dragon series. He's intelligent, always thinking ahead, and he is the reason why the Night Furies are pretty much gone. He hunts for dragons not for a profit or trophy or anything, but he did it for the thrill of the hunt.
Can you go into more details about the relationship between Toothless and the Light Fury?
Well, I say Toothless and the Light Fury have a good chemistry. Not just because there are the only two Night Furies left on Earth, but they have great interactions with each other. But another thing that I love about How to Train Your Dragon is the animation. No matter how many years it has been since the last two films, the animation is breathtaking. The new look on the island of Berk is massive and groundbreaking. It looks like one of those early construction works of Skella de Calbem from Kingdom Hearts 3. And it's not just Berk, but the Hidden World is a beautiful place to look at. The characters also got some new looks. They continue to look impressive with the armory clothes, hair growth, and useful gadgets. The dragons are incredible to look at, and the series continues to introduce us to brand new dragons with unique powers and traits like Grimmel's Death Grippers and the Light Fury's invisibility. The character animation is spot on during the flying and action scenes, and with the use of storm and fire sequences, it continues to be more intense. And there are some more creative moments when Toothless hangs out with the Light Fury.
So just to summarize, you like this sequel better than the Lego Movie 2, the second part?
Absolutely. I find this sequel more awesome. How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World is a thrilling conclusion to the Dragons franchise. While I don't consider this better than 2, but I can still say I saw an awesome Dragon sequel. In fact, Hidden World is on par with How to Train Your Dragon 2. The story is well crafted, the animation is tremendous, and the characters are memorable. This is definitely a must watch. Another satisfied follow-up, and this one in particular deserves an A, and yes, it also deserves the Diploma of Destiny. So, how was that?
Great, great. We do have one question in particular. Do you think Hidden World is considered the best anime film of 2019?
Well, that sort of depends. I still have these other anime movies and sequels that I want to check out.
And do you think some of them will be great as Dragon 3?
I say, the sky's the limit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to watch The Great Dragon Migration. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe me for a new review and other project every week. I'll see you soon.